I guess you could call it bearing the elements, as in B-A-R-I-N-G, not B-E-A-R, because I think it's about time for them to start hibernating. But I am very guilty and lump me into that crowd of loving hoodie season, which is almost right now. It's not there just yet. I had to wear the shirt just because the hoodies might be a little overbearing right now. You know, I don't need to sweat any more than I do as per normal. My glands are overactive as is already. We just got over the summer, so now on top of that to do more would be horrendous. So just like your favorite IG model, basically, I'm a fan of hoodie season. I live for this shit. I'm out here for this shit. I'm out here literally in this almost shit because I'm not about to ruin these things right here, stepping any further right there, for the sake of getting visuals, but at least to get the background, to get the scenic vibes and views while I'm out here filming for, you know, whatever Melly's doing in the festival. She's doing her thing, you know, with Frankie and everybody else joining in on that fun too, to really take in the magic of the moment. Queens, of course. Hey, what, I'm gonna fucking do this in Brooklyn, in Jersey, wherever the fuck? You might as well be fucking crazy and commit yourself to the nearest mental institution of your fucking choosing. Cuckoo's Nest shit vibes.
You know, at the fucking point, I gotta ask, what's worse? The lazy fucking remake, reboots that Hollywood's been obsessed with for this past decade or so? Or these type of fucking movies which are fucking cash grab for guess who? Your little snot-nosed, brat kids that are gonna drag you to the theater to watch this piece of shit, Clifford the Big Bad, horribly CGI'd red dog, or you gotta download one more streaming service to watch shit November 10th of all things.
You know, I can almost kind of see and understand why bears of all creatures tend to take to the outdoors and not the easily domesticated. They can't be made into pets. I love a pet bear. I love to pet a bear. But if anything, I'd have to go to like a zoo or like one of those places where they're like, what are they, grown from the cub to an adult stage with no teeth and no claws. That ain't right. I like to deal with a bear in its actual, factual, natural elements. You know, not on that Revenant shit where I'm getting, you know, manhandled, tossed, and allegedly, like a lot of woke cancel culture did, scream and shout about, but it was fake, false news, raped by a bear, or fingered at least by a bear. Well, I think he might have gotten actually technically fingered by the bear because he was manhandled, he was clawed down, ragdolled, and just done away with by the bear 2 times because he was stupid enough to wake up and miss the shot. No, did he miss the shot the first time? I forgot what happened, but the first time he came around, fucked him up, and it was a female bear, and then the female bear, I guess she got the whiff and the sniff of fucking Leo DiCaprio of all people, so she went extra hard for the sake of, you know, Leo. I mean, allegedly, he's been a real cocksman. He's been like the Derek Jeter of the acting world as far as really held to high standards as far as, you know, a sniff of his dick must be worth its weight in gold. And getting around and getting some prime ass, I mean, who can blame him too? I guess, you know, a beautiful man in his youth, and I guess you could still say he is dad bod vibes or whatever still. But the bear probably spoke on behalf of all the women who couldn't get their hands literally on Leo DiCaprio.
I never thought in my whole life I'd be able to lump in both Dave Chappelle and Michael Myers into the same sentence, let alone one same week where on a Monday, Dave Chappelle's getting canceled, or they're trying to at least, for being allegedly transphobic, and now on a Wednesday, that same week, Wednesday, they're trying to cancel a non-existent serial-killing white man hidden behind a mask, so we can only assume he's white, most likely. Michael Myers, because in that new Halloween Kills movie, he just so happens to kill a gay couple, which in reality, he's lumping in everybody. He's human-phobic, as they're saying here in the comments on Twitter too, because he's killing all ages, genders, self-identified or not, races, backgrounds, whatever too. So how's that unfair to anybody if he's killing everybody that crosses his fucking path? What's next? Is Friday gonna be the day they try to cancel Pikachu because he, she, it, whatever the fuck it is, still hasn't self-identified a gender?
You know, I can't help but keep thinking about that bear in the Revenant. Now, we clarified after those, at least, of us that have watched the movie The Revenant and confirmed there was no bear-on-man rape action. You know, we could sleep easy at night knowing that Leo was a no imminent threat. Now, a good-looking man still, even though he's got the dad bod on deck in full display. I don't know if he's a dad yet. Is he? Probably not. He's too busy being a playboy still. But who can blame him? A-lister like that, talented as fuck as he is. Who cares if he's doing his thing with his dick out there as often and as much as he pleases well into his 50s and or 60s. Will he turn to the next Hugh Hefner? Was the bear onto something, trying to end his life before he becomes a pathetic image of what he once was back when in the younger days and such? Maybe the bear was onto something. Maybe the bear had that intent, or maybe enough to scar him for life, literally, and on film, of course. But then again, the bear failed because I think, what was it, the second time it came to attack? He let off the shot from the gun. The bear died slow, but then he slid down the side of the hill. The big-ass dead bear fell off the side of the hill too and landed right on top of him, crushing him almost to death. That was a pretty intense movie. I love that movie. Matter of fact, right now, I'm going to throw that movie on. Just for the fact that I had to bear the elements outside too, starving all day, prepping in advance mentally for what we did with Melly Murphy, with Tony, with Dr. Mike, as you saw just now earlier too. Another epic, classic episode of AhhFuGGiT. Thanks, and all the gratitude in the world available to Melly, to Tony, to Dr. Mike. Shout outs to Rob, who was there. Shout outs to Susan, who was there. Shout outs to anybody else who might have been there in close affiliation or collaboration with Melly Murphy herself too. And most importantly, Peace and Bonfire for letting Melly put this thing on display. The vocals, the prowess coming out from that tiny little package. You wouldn't expect it at all. You might expect a big person attitude, considering she's Spanish and all that. But then to have that attitude, that demeanor, and on top of that, an epic, like a 6 foot tall black lady voice coming out of that little frame. I don't know if she's 5 feet or like barely touching the surface on that end. But if she is, great. If she's under 5 feet, it doesn't matter. She's got the spirit and soul, literally the vocals, of a 6 foot plus tall black lady, hitting all the notes, punching through the glass ceiling of trying to topple out the talents of all women out there. AhhFuGGiT, thanks for joining me on this episode. Got much more coming up soon enough. Stay tuned, and maybe more Bearing the Elements episode, considering if the weather is forgiving enough to do so and let me be outside. No ticks, please. Keep the bears away at a safe distance, and hopefully they're socially distanced with their fucking mask on, because they can't speak anyway. So even if they try to say something, or they're even going to tell me I have full intent to maul you, sir, get the fuck out of my forest, I won't be able to interpret, and it's all open for misinterpretation. So if I do get mauled, someone's taking over my fucking sneaker collection at least. I don't have a will. I'm too poor for that. But yeah, either way, AhhFuGGiT. Later on, at whothisis1 on all platforms, and youtube.com/whothisis1 for the visual version you're hearing right now, if you're not watching already. Tune in.
Yo, it's over. Alright, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
Alright.